Hello. All right, let me just do a couple things here real quick. Da, 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 da. Give it a second. Hello, Floof. Thank you for joining. I have to do one last tweet. I should have this already ahead of time, but I'm bad at that. And okay. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday evening, I think it is. I don't know why the days of this week are really all running together, but we got PulseCon on Friday, so that's exciting. I will be doing a live stream reaction at 1, starting at 1 p.m. for Transformers, and then as soon as that's over, I'm going to jump over to Josh's stream for Power Rangers. So it should be really fun, a lot of good stuff. I think they're also doing Marvel and maybe Fortnite. I think are all on Friday, and then Saturday is GI Joe and Indiana Jones. I'm excited for Indy to see what they give us there, and Star Wars I think is also on Saturday. So should be some good stuff this weekend. Um, we got Floof, we got Astro. Yes, this is part of the haul, which you'll see soon. Finally got my override from Pulse. Excellent. U.S. Desire Driver shipping already. Fantastic. That is wonderful news. Adam Prime, Jay, hello. Thank you for joining. Um, so if you guys aren't familiar, just real quick, RetroCon is a convention that some friends of mine do in Oaks, Pennsylvania, kind of near King of Prussia. If you're familiar with the King of Prussia Mall, it's probably about 10 minutes away from that. But they have a convention center there, and they do it every year, and it's just all kinds of mostly retro toy. They have a lot of vendors. Like I would say, they probably have 300 to 400 vendors. Really good selection of stuff. Um, 80s and 90s toys, stuff you'd expect. Transformers, Power Rangers, pretty much any 80s and 90s toys you can think of, and some newer stuff too. NECA usually shows up because NECA is based in North Jersey, I think, so they're not too far. They usually show up and do like a table of like their warehouse stuff they're trying to get rid of. So usually you try to get there early on the first day and see what they had. They had a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff. I had all of it. I'd already paid full retail price, of course, but my buddy I was with, Kevin, got some stuff cheap. It's not like a huge discount, but it's usually 10, 15, 20% off, something like that. So he was able to get some good stuff. But yeah, it's fun. You walk around. They had a couple guests. Who did they have? They had two Thundercats. I think they had it was Lionel, Larry Kenny, and I want to say Peter Newman. I'm probably saying that wrong, but he's Tigress. So there were two Thundercats. The actress that was April from the Ninja Turtle cartoon was there. Um, the actress that played Jennifer, Marty's girlfriend in the first Back to the Future, was later replaced by Elizabeth Shue in the second and third one, but the actress from the first movie was there. Um, Bob, I always say his name wrong. Is it Bradinsky? The guy who had to like write the Bible for the first Transformer Marvel comics. He was in that episode of The Toys That Made Us about Transformers. He was there. He had a cool panel where he kind of showed off some of his notes from back in the day. Like he had scanned copies of like the legal pad where he literally made up their names and character traits, and that was really cool. There was a cool story where he came up with the name Spike for Spike Witwicky, but then someone at Hasbro didn't like it, and so they made him change it to Buster. So in the comics, that's why the character is Buster Witwicky, but for whatever reason, that change did not make it over to Sunbow for the cartoon. So that's why he's still Spike in the cartoon. So that's why he's Buster in the comics and Spike in the cartoon. I guess he should have been Buster everywhere, but somehow the new notes didn't make it to the where's Sunbow's in Korea, right? I think. not 100%, but anyway, the animators didn't get that note, so it got still Spike in the cartoon. So I thought that was interesting. So there's some cool stuff there. Who else was there? Butch Patrick was there, who was Eddie Munster in The Munsters, which is a old black and white show that most of you probably don't know. Bob Budinsky, I think, yeah, it's something like that. Floof. Who else? Oh, and Mickey Dolenz, the last surviving member of the Monkees, musical group / television show actor. So, yeah, the guests were neat. I didn't spend a lot of time with the guests, to be quite honest. I mostly just walked around and shopped for stuff. Hung out with my buddy who I hadn't seen in quite some time. But it was fun. It was a good convention. Like I said, a lot of stuff. Let me go through the chat here. Hello, Edward. Thank you for joining. I'm going to be in class during the Transformers stream, but I'm going to try and watch it muted. Nice. Appreciate it, Floof. I really want to see Breakdown Friday. I do too. Yeah, I think it's time. We saw some pics for Breakdown. Forget where it was. Some pictures, like some toy show in China or somewhere. I can't remember exactly, but just on the back of Manosaur's leg, not in robot or vehicle mode. But yeah, I think it's definitely time to see Breakdown. I would imagine so. I mean, I think it's time. Didn't Spike eventually show up in the comics? I don't know. Maybe. After the damage was already done, they might have brought him in. Yeah, I think Mickey Dolenz is the last one, because I think, was it Peter Nesmith just passed away not too long ago? No, Peter Tork. Mike Nesmith? Brian. I can't remember. I'm forgetting the names of the Monkees. Forgive me. But anyway, one of them passed away relatively recently. Maybe it was Peter Tork that passed away. In any case, Mickey's the only one left as far as I know. He was there. I saw him, so he's still around. But yeah, so like I said, they get some guests. The nice thing about it, though, is it's not a super expensive con. You can, like, $20 for Saturday, get in, $20 cash, boom, you're in. So that's nice. Like, I don't think they try to go too nuts with the guests, because the more guests you have, the kind of more expensive it gets, the more you have to charge for admission. So I think they found like a really nice sweet spot where you get some decent guests, but the cost to enter is still low. A Skeletor was supposed to be there, Alan Oppenheimer, but he had to cancel for medical health reasons at the last minute. So here's hoping he's okay. I want to say he still becomes Fortress Maximus. Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense. So anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go through. So some of the stuff I bought at the convention, some of the stuff I bought at a Target and Walmart that are near the convention center that I don't often get to, but I was able to go on my way home. So first thing I bought, if you guys know me at all, I am a huge fan of the McDonald's McChangeables. I always have been. And there are 3 waves of these. So there's the first robot wave that has kind of the more muted colors, like blue, yellow, red, very traditional colors. And then they had Series 2, which were basically the same molds, but they were all very much 90s colors, neons and bright colors and things like that. And then the last wave were the dinosaurs. So I have a decent amount of the first and third waves, but I don't have a ton of that middle wave. So I found these. These are both from that second wave. So this is Hotcakes that transforms into a little robot man. And then I have a Big Mac that transforms into a little robot man. So I love these. They're stupid and fun, but these are definitely something from my childhood that I remember collecting. The funny thing is, like anything else, people are aware these are popular and nostalgic now, so the price of these have gone up ridiculously. I remember there's like a flea market near my house that I used to go to in high school and like summers when I was home from college. And you'd find these in bins for $0.25, 50 cents. and I would always just buy them, even if I already had them. 50 cents, 25 cents, I don't care. I just army build these things. They're cheap. I don't care. And now it's got to the point where, like, I went at this show, I got lucky, and this guy had them 2 for $5. So I was like, sure, I'll give you $5 for these two. Everywhere else I went, they're like $7 a piece, $10 a piece. And I'm like, I love these. I really do. But I am not paying $10 a piece for these. Like, I'm sorry. 2 for $5, that's reasonable. Considering how much they've gone up. I think I have another one here. Yeah, this one's been in my desk forever, but this is a single cheeseburger. This is from the dinosaur wave. So you can see this guy turns into a little dino. So, like I said, I love these. I will buy these anytime I see them for a reasonable price, even if I already have them. I got my Geets driver delivery this week. Excellent. Hello, Kamen Rider Double Dragon. I hope you enjoy your Desire driver. It is very fun. I always get McChange. Yeah, they're just fun. I don't know what it is. They're dumb, they're goofy, but I love them, and so I will always grab them if they're a decent price. Did you finally get the CSM ride booker? Yes, I did, actually. It is right here. CSM, it's upside down, but you can get it. CSM ride booker. So I do have it. The next step is finding time to review it because it will probably take a while. But yes, it is here. It is in the pile. It will happen at some point. SMP Gal God, yes. He should be soon, right? I think he's soon. I have to look at that. I don't think he's out yet. Oh, Memory of Heroes? Yeah, Memory of Heroes is fun. I want to pop over to Tokyo Collectibles real quick. I don't think Gal God's out. Gal God. Yes. No, it just says pre-order close. It says September, so it should be soon. Yeah, it should be soon. Vistamp Collection 2, I just got a shipping notification for. So I'm very excited for that. I got 5 emails from Tokyo Collectibles today because they were all shipped in the same package. Like, they all came out, and so I guess each was ordered separately, so they each generated a separate email, even though they're all shipped together. But that was Vistamp Collection 2 was one of the 5 things. Okay, so let's see. So these were the first 2 things that I bought. I didn't buy a ton of stuff. I'm not a huge fan of used toys anymore, mostly just because I have so many new toys. Just keeping up with that is too much. And I used to love trying to track down G1 Transformers, but they've gotten so expensive. And Hasbro's already remade all the characters as better toys, so I kind of don't feel that same. Like, I still have all the ones I had as a kid, and I love them, and I will keep them forever. But I don't feel the need to complete the G1 collection because, like, I don't have nostalgia for ones I didn't have. I still love those characters, but now I have new toys of those characters that are better, and it's just more cost effective. So, plus, used toys can be gross. Sometimes they can be dirty, and I don't like having to deal with all that. So yeah. Did I ever get my Kuga? No. Let's do a live update of that. That has I posted a tweet the other day. I was like, no movement, no updates. Let's see. This is me checking my email live on the stream. Exciting stuff. Let's see. It is loading. It is loading. It is. Oh, it says no. Same thing. Shipping label has been created. It has said that since last week. It's been pretty much a solid week. It just says shipping label has been created. No movement, no update. That's it. So that's fun. I mean, at this point, it'll probably just show up and the tracking will just never update because they do that sometimes. I don't know why, but they do that sometimes. It's not great, and it's quite annoying, but it's not much I can do. But I know that there was a delay. Like I got that email that said, hey, some people got theirs already, but we don't even have yours yet. And I was like, great, okay. And then like within a day of getting that email, they're like, we shipped it. And I'm like, okay, I thought you didn't even have it. So maybe they didn't really ship it. Maybe they created a label and didn't actually get it in yet. So it's one of those situations where like they made the label ridiculously ahead of time. And then as soon as it comes in, they'll slap the label on and send it out. I don't know. I mean, I don't really need to watch it right away because I've seen it already. And if I really wanted to watch it, I could watch it on Pluto or what's the app called? I'm completely blank. Tubi. That's what it is. I can watch it on Tubi if I really needed to. I don't. So I want to have it, but I don't need it right now. So it'll get here. Hopefully, it'll get here eventually. Hey, Boyle, Kyle, thank you guys for joining. Kind words at my booth at RetroCon. I didn't realize it was you until you left. Oh, really? Oh. Uncommon collectibles. Do you have problems with your card and to collectibles the whole international shipping issue? To collectibles is based in the U.S., so that's not a problem. Shouldn't be anyway. But I think I use PayPal for To Collectibles. I'm mad Amazon for sending my copy of Kuga in a... Oh, they sent it in a bubble mailer? Yeah. I guess I could have got it from Amazon, but I bought it from Shot Factory thinking it would be faster. That didn't happen. The mailman literally put Kuga on my doorstep 30 seconds ago. Well, there you go, Astronaut. There you go. Kuga on Beluga. Not for you. Yeah, I've seen people writing Kuga on Beluga, and I don't know why. I guess just for try to rhyme it, but am I getting the new Astro Megazord? Potentially. I really like the Astro Megazord. That was one I never had as a kid. There was a time I found this yard sale where the lady had, I guess her son was off at college, and all his stuff was like in their barn in tubs, like big Rubbermaid tubs. And she brought it all out at this yard sale, and I just happened to walk up, and there's just a huge tub of Power Ranger Megazords, and I was like, oh my god. And so I think I ended up buying like most of the tub from her for like $40 or something. I was like, I just started pulling stuff out, and she's like, just give me a number and take the tub. And I was like, I don't know, $40. She's like, great, take it. So I had to clean a decent amount of them up, but he had stuff from like Turbo through Ninja Storm, I want to say, which is like the big chunk of time that I really had stopped buying stuff. Like I remember when I was a kid, I went through probably Ninjas, like the Ninja stuff, season 3. I don't think I had the Shogun Megazord, but I think maybe I had just the Ninja Megazord. Actually, no, maybe I only got through the Thunderzords. Yeah, actually, I got the Ninjetti. What is it? Just Ninja Megazord, right? I think I got that at a yard sale for $1. That was a good day. But anyway, so it was just kind of nice. Like this find all at once was kind of the perfect gap, because when I came back to collecting Power Rangers was like around Mystic Force. Yeah, I guess Mystic Force was when I started buying them again. So it's kind of a nice, perfect way to fill in all the gaps at once. But nothing was complete. So I think they had the mega ship, but no head, no sword, no shield. So it was just the ship transformed into a headless robot. And they didn't have hardly any of the Delta Megazord. I think they had the triangle piece that goes over the Astro Megazord's head, but I didn't have the Astro Megazord, so I had no way to connect it. I just kind of sat up there. And then I think the chest piece that clips on and the hands that become the guns, I think was the only part. So I had like parts of both, but neither was complete. And even trying to put them together, it didn't really work out. So it's one that I've always wanted because I've never had, I guess the closest I've come is the Super Mini Plot. That's the closest I've come to having those two. I mean, if you're going to make the Astro Megaship, I have to assume you're going to make Delta. It just makes sense, especially because they combine together. I mean, I don't think that's been leaked yet. I think just Astro was leaked. So, but it would make sense that they make both of them. So if that's the case, I would probably get it. It's going to depend on price, and it's going to depend on what it looks like, how it holds together. But let's just say I'm pretty interested. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, so can you guys see me again? Am I back? Because for a second, like it looked like it went black, but then it just kept going, so I didn't think anything of it. But then I noticed like the amount of people watching got cut in half. So can you guys see and hear me again, or have I literally just been talking into a void for all this time? We'll see. Somebody comment that you can see me or hear me. All right, Adam Prime can see me. I'm back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I did notice like a blip. Am I getting the Juga driver? Yeah, I did pre-order that. And the floof, don't say that. I don't want to hear that into existence, please. No, thank you. If you're getting something from Amazon and you don't want something destroyed, try getting filler for them to do a box. Yeah, it's a shame you can't just like say, here's my packing preference, even if it was like 50 cents or $1 more or something. I mean, I'd pay 50 cents if I got to choose a box over a bubble mailer or something like that. Josh gave his usual wink and a nod to Delta. Okay, so Josh has given it the wink and the gun. All right. GameStop sale. Yeah, that makes sense, Jay. That makes sense. All right, Adam Prime, Jay, Astronet, Boyle, you're all seeing me. That's fantastic. Excellent. Okay. Oh, so yeah, so Boyle, you're still Boyle, are you uncommon collectibles? You're all good, not I've been talking to a void, that makes sense. Hey, what's up, Firewall? I'm good. How are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, so I'll go back through some more of this stuff here. So I was at one booth, and it was really funny because Corey and I were talking about. Oh, cool. Yeah, so guys, real quick, Boyle has an eBay store called Uncommon Collectibles, but obviously it's Kamen, which is a fantastic name, by the way. So I was walking around RetroCon, and I just happened to like turn us to the, I was looking over here, and I happened to turn to the side, and there's just all this like Rider and Sentai merch, and I'm like, oh, I found my area. This is fantastic. So I started looking through everything. I'm like, oh, he's got Desire Driver, and he's got Mini Plot, and he's got all this great stuff. Unfortunately, I think I had everything already. Otherwise, I would have snapped some stuff up. But yeah, check out his eBay store. He had some great stuff, and it was just really neat to, this whole convention was very much 80s and 90s toy. So all the stuff that you would expect to see, and then to see a bunch of Kamen Rider stuff was very exciting and very cool. So yes, it was awesome to see you, and that's fantastic. And definitely, guys, check out his eBay store for some good stuff. But yeah, it was really neat. It was cool, especially the Desire Driver already. It was cool to see that just at a con in America. I love that. So I can see you. Thank you for your recommendation, Toku Lection. I'm planning on going back to that. Oh, cool. Okay, so I did buy. So anyway, Corey and I were talking about Spy Changers because he's like obsessed with Spy Changers, and I just happened to find this booth that had these universe releases, and they're only $5 a piece, which I feel like is retail back in the day. And I'm pretty sure I don't have these like translucent variants. So I scooped these up, and then I sent Corey a picture, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I want to buy those." And I was like, "Oh, sorry, dude. I was just showing you what I found. Like I'm didn't mean to rub it in your face, but they're for me." And he's like, "Oh, okay." But then I found another booth that had another set, So these are mine. Now these are not all of the translucent ones. They did 3 of the translucent because with Spy Changers there's like 100 different ones. So they did the regular 6 from Car Robots. They did some additional characters like Daytonus and the Autobot brothers, and I think God Magnus and Fire Convoy. They did them all as Spy Changers, and then they just did. I think they did this one that was Optimus. They did this as Scourge or Black Convoy first, and then since they already had the mold, they just went back and repainted it as regular Optimus. And then they made this one as Prowl, not the Prowl from the show, but like I guess G1 Prowl. And then they also did one for Jazz. You can see if that'll focus. There's Jazz. Now the funny thing is it shows Prowl and then there's a little picture of Energon Prowl. So I don't know why Energon Prowl's on there. That show must have been out by the time they did these again. So they would just, these are so easy to do. They would just reissue the Spy Changers like every couple of years or whatever. So they did the regular run, then they did these like translucent variants. And in this particular wave of universe, they did 3 of the translucent variants, and then they did 3 of the regular ones being Jazz, Prowl, and Optimus. This guy didn't have Jazz, but I'm pretty sure I have Jazz from a previous release. But I did find for Corey a different set. So these are another translucent set. Now this packaging says Robots in Disguise, but it's more like Armada packaging. So I don't know. Now on the back, they show the original decos for the 6 Spy Changers, but that is not what you actually get on these cards. So this is a translucent Crosswise, translucent Wars, Hot Shot, Mirage, and Ironhide. But if you look, like this Mirage and this Mirage are the same, just one's packaged in robot mode and one's packaged in vehicle mode. Yes, it is Armada in disguise. And then the same thing with this Ironhide. It's the same. And I don't, what's the other one? Is it Hot Shot? No, I think it's Wars. Now it's interesting, as I knock all that over. This is Wars, and this one they call Camshaft. But I believe, actually, no, I guess they are slightly different. This guy's kind of a translucent purple, and he's kind of more of a translucent black. It's the same car. You can also see in this one, he's got the gold on the arms, and this guy doesn't have that, I don't think. So I don't know. It's weird, but the ones in this package are for Corey. So, and it is funny because I literally just sent Corey a box of stuff. And so, of course, I find more stuff for him immediately after I send him a box of stuff. So I will have to send him another box. And he'll be disappointed because I don't have any candy toy candy to put in it, which he did enjoy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should head over to Sotopop. He did the unboxing of the box I sent him, and he was very much excited about what he found. You need to be more clear with him. What? Are you just saying that because they're translucent? Hey, Gamer Kitty, thanks for joining. So have you made a model kit by chance? Have I ever made a model kit? I mean, I certainly have model kits. I haven't built one tonight. But I have tons of videos for Mini-Pla and Soto sets, Shoto sets, all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, definitely check my various Kamen Rider and Sentai playlists on my channel. And I've got lots of candy toy stuff on there for you to check out. Floof says that's exactly why I'm saying that. Well, that's good. It was a good pun. All right. So then I got a couple Universe figures. This is a line that I definitely wish I had bought more of when it was out. because they did so many of these, and they're 3 3/4 inch. And I got a few, mostly like Spider-Man, X-Men. Around the same time these were popular, they did a line for like Iron Man 2 because that was out. I think Wolverine Origins or whatever that movie's called also got some. Whatever movies were out at the time, Marvel was doing everything in 3 3/4 inch, and I wish I had bought more. I do like Marvel Legends, but I do prefer this scale. This was in a bin. Everything in the bin was $5. So I do have black costume Spider-Man, but I'm pretty sure I don't have regular costume Spider-Man. So I couldn't say no for $5. I also found Beast. Now he says 15, but I think I got a deal if I remember correctly. And Cyclops. And this is very much a situation where I'm like, I am 90% positive I don't already have these. But I didn't remember, but I couldn't pass them up because you never see these. I'm pretty sure I have Gray Beast, but I don't think I have Blue Beast. And I'm like almost 100% positive I don't have Cyclops. And this is my favorite version. This is the 90s cartoon Cyclops, Jim Lee Cyclops. So this is my favorite version of Cyclops, so I had to get that. Yes, Deadpool 3. That is fantastic news. That's going to be a ton of fun. It's the perfect time for them to do it because, you know, they're multiversing everything. It's been really fun. Like they've launched into this whole multiverse thing as a way to kind of consolidate all their toys and have one last, you know, big, I don't want to say this, one big last adventure with all their toys in the toy box before they have to kind of reorganize everything and make everything under the same umbrella. Like, I don't think they want to use the Fox, X-Men, and Deadpool and whoever else forever. I'm sure they're going to recast the X-Men at some point, but this is kind of the perfect time. It's like what we saw with the Spider-Man, you know what I mean? You get to bring all those guys back for one last triumph and hurrah, and then you can beautifully put that all to bed and then recast and do whatever you want after that. So I think that's going to be a ton of fun. Do you unlist live streams after you're done with them? I looked through your channel a bit, some of your streams, but just to make sure. No, I don't. What's weird though, so YouTube has like a separate listing for like videos or past live streams. Like you have to kind of choose the category, but sometimes streams will show up under just videos randomly. So I have noticed that. So if you're looking for past live streams, definitely like there's a little drop down and you can pick like videos, live, playlists, whatever it is. And then if you click on the live, it'll show you all the past live streams. But then sometimes live streams just show up under videos too. So it is confusing, but it's YouTube. I don't unlist anything. All of my old live streams should be there. You might just have to use the drop down. Have I seen the universe version of Unstoppable Colossus? Colossus with Juggernaut's powers? No, I have not seen that. That sounds fun. I did, while I was there, I saw they did a Sentinel in the universe scale, which I think like Dan and Ryan from Hasbro had like in the background when they were announcing the Marvel Legends Sentinel. And I kind of want that, but it was kind of pricey, so I let it go. But yeah, I did get a Sentinel from the 3 3/4 inch line. I've been kind of like the retro Kenner 3 3/4 inch line. I've been kind of mixing these together because they're like almost the same size. Obviously, one is super more articulated than the other. Like I do have the Colossus, the Cyclops from the retro line. It's a different costume than this, but that's the like uncanny X-Men costume in that line. But I miss old RRR streams. Hope good doesn't get the same treatment down the road. Oh, thank you, Jay. That's very nice. I mean, as far as I know, Geek Each Week's not going anywhere. Knock on wood. Oh yeah, Universe Sentinel and Ross. That would have been a good. That would have been a good grab. I think that's everything I actually bought at the show. So, like right in the same parking lot as the convention center, there's a Target, and I usually hit that up when I go to this convention center because, like I said, it's right there. The only thing I found there though was I found this battle droid. It was like the only mission fleet thing they had, and you don't really see these that much anymore. And they're like on Amazon for like $15 a piece. So I was just like, I'm not gonna leave them behind. You know, I can't leave this guy just on his own. So he came home, and now he is part of the mission fleet army. Thanks for telling me because sometimes I leave then and streams and unlist them when I want to come back to them. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, everything should be listed on there still. I think that was all that I got at the Target. On the way home, I stopped at a Walmart, and they finally had these on clearance. I've been kind of looking at these because I think they're neat. Mostly, I'm interested in the vehicles that they make for these guys to ride. I think they did Buzz's ship, and then I think they did a second ship. I don't know if I see Buzz's ship that much anymore, but in any case, these are all $4 a piece now at Walmart, down from like 12 or whatever they were when they came out. They look great. They're 5-inch though, and I don't have a ton of stuff in the 5-inch scale, so that's why I kind of didn't bother with these. But for $4 a piece, I was like, I can't not, right? I mean, $4 a piece. So I got this version of Buzz, this version of Buzz, and then the classic version of Buzz. So, I mean, I get it's his movie, but I feel like all of the figures they've made are really just Buzz. Might be why the line didn't do that well. Just gonna guess. So yeah, I'll have to look. Maybe if I can find one of those ships on clearance, I would definitely like to check that out. But yeah, that was all they had at Prime. It was literally just those 3 figures, $4 each. I have been watching Futo PI. I have not seen the one that, like the most recent one from 2 days ago, but I've seen everything besides that. These were random. So I was walking around and there was just a random end cap, and this was on there for $5. So I got Master Mordo for $5, and I got America Chavez, also $5. So I was like, I mean, I'll buy any Marvel Legends for $5, especially when they come with Build-A-Figure pieces, because the rest of this line, I really want Sleepwalker. I just always liked his design and his color scheme, and he's just. I used to collect the cards, the Marvel cards, back in the 90s when I was a kid, and his card was always really neat. I really don't know much about the character, but I always thought his design was really cool, and I had the trading card for him. So I do want to get him. I mean, I would like to get Wong too, so I'll probably try to get the rest of this Build-A-Figure if I can find them cheap. I mean, I'm not hardcore dedicated to them, but if I could find them cheap. I mean, again, for $5, I couldn't say no. Oh, that's right. This was the last thing I actually bought at the show. I don't remember this at all, but they had this for $15, and I felt like 3 figures for $15 is a steal. Because these figures, I mean, first of all, they're great figures. Jazzware does a great job with this line. They're usually $10 a piece, and I think that is crazy reasonable. So to get them for half that price, I couldn't say no. Plus, I just think, I don't know what it is, but I love this shade of blue. And to make him be like an Iceman, I think is a really cool idea. So I grabbed that. I thought that was fun. The last thing I got at Walmart was this set. I did not really need this at all. I'm pretty sure I have all of these individual things. I do have a version of this motorcycle, and of course I have several versions of this Batman figure, but this is like a battle damaged mud version. Like you can see that there's paint all over the bike to make it look like it's been driven through the mud. And then he's got all kinds of battle damage there. So again, it was $4. I felt like $4 was very reasonable for a figure and a vehicle. I think this was normally like 15 to 20. So I couldn't say no. I don't really need it. I'm pretty sure I have all, not in those decos, but $4, I couldn't say no. Living Laser. I mean, if he was $5, I'd probably take Living Laser for $5. What else did I get? So I found this on Walmart.com, and apparently it was fulfilled by deep discount. So what's funny was I got these two Mission Fleet sets on Walmart.com. I think this was $10 and this was like $7. So they're both like less than half price. But if you went to deep discount directly, they were each a couple dollars more. But if I bought them from deep discount through Walmart.com, they were cheaper. So I was like, all right, it was free shipping. So I was like, let's go. So I think like the two together were like $18, with tax and everything. So I just kind of wanted another Mandalorian ship so I can use that for other people. And then this I bought pretty much just to see what I could do with kit bashing stuff. So yeah, I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I like the weapons and the helmets, and I might try to make something with this. But like I said, it was $7 for a 4-pack of figures. So, and then the last thing I had, which I'm very excited about, I got one of the new Obi-Wan sets. This randomly popped in stock on Target. I think it may still be on there on Target.com. This is the second Obi-Wan Mission Fleet thing that I've gotten. They're slowly starting to trickle out. If we see on the side here, I do have the Grand Inquisitor already, and then there's a set of Obi-Wan with his mount. I don't know what that creature is called, but it's the thing he rides into town every day to go to work. And what's cool is the Obi-Wan that comes with this is different than the Obi-Wan in this pack, which is cool. But let's be honest. I mean, we're buying it for Ned B. I mean, come on. Ned B is the best. This also comes with Vader and Reva, but I don't believe I think Ned B and this version of Obi-Wan are the only two that are actually exclusive to this box, because obviously Vader was in the first wave with his TIE fighter, and then Reva is getting a set with a ship on her own, but I don't have that yet, so this is my first Reva until that second one comes out. So I will eventually have two, but not for a while. So I think things that have been announced for Mission Fleet but we don't have yet would be the speeder. It looks like a snow speeder, but it's called like a something else speeder. I forget exactly what it's called. But there's the speeder with a pilot whose name I don't know. There's the ship Reva flies around with Reva, and is it Reva or Reva? I don't know. I think it's Reva. And then there's the Obi-Wan with the mount. I think those are the only 3 sets that are left. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe that is true. Let me stack these things back over here. But yeah, I think that was it. I think that's everything. But it's a pretty decent haul between the actual show, the Walmart, and the Target. I got some great deals on stuff. All the clearance at Walmart was fantastic. The deep discount Mission Fleet stuff, the Fortnite, all the stuff I got at the show was pretty good. The only thing I think I paid full price for was the Obi-Wan Mission Fleet set. I think that's the only thing. I guess the Mission Fleet I bought at Target, I guess I paid full price for him too. I like the recent Christmas themed toys. Hope PR does one. Yeah, they just showed off. Well, to be fair, I think they showed them off a while ago, but the Star Wars Black Series, like the Abominable Snowman Wookiee And the most recent, I think they showed them off a while ago, but they're just ready to actually come out now, which makes sense because, it's getting to be. I mean, Walmart already has Christmas stuff out. It's not even October yet, and they already have Christmas stuff out. Not cool. I feel like you shouldn't be able to put Christmas stuff out until November 1st. Then you can go to town. November 1st, fine. But let Halloween have its time. Don't rush Halloween. Halloween's fun. Reva McEntire. Yeah, I know, right? I feel like everyone makes that joke. Is it Reva? Is that how I'm supposed to say it? I'll just say third sister. Then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I know we have Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving's not really, how do I want to say this? It's not an ambiance holiday. Like, everyone puts up a ton of decorations for Halloween. It's spooky. There's atmosphere, the fall lens to it. It's an ambiance holiday. Christmas is an ambiance holiday. You have the tree and the stockings and the snow, and it's an ambiance holiday. Like Thanksgiving is one. Like, I know all the holidays are only one day, but Halloween and Christmas are like a season. Like, it feels like it lasts a while. Thanksgiving is literally just like wake up, eat food, fall asleep, you're done. So there's not the same sense of ambiance to Thanksgiving. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Thanksgiving. It gets me 2 days off of work, but it just doesn't have the same, like, nobody is rushing to put out Thanksgiving decorations, if that makes sense. But yeah, Christmas is creeping up every year. They just keep pushing. I mean, it's going to be to the point where, if Walmart and the other retailers have their way, Christmas is going to be 6-month thing because it's so much revenue for them. But I don't know. That's a random rant for some other day, I guess. Let's see. I'm missing comments here. I'm excited they're doing my holiday Star Wars figure, probably still going. Yeah, they're weird because they're all like, one's at Walmart, one's at Target, one's at GameStop, one's at Hasbro Pulse, one's Fan Channel. It's annoying. I just don't know. The only ones I really want to try to get, I wouldn't mind getting the Snowman Wookiee, and I wouldn't mind getting the gingerbread Clone Trooper, because I just think that's all the ugly sweaters. I already have the first wave did a bunch of the ugly sweaters. I'm good. I don't feel like I need those molds again with different ugly sweaters. I did, the one I loved the most was that fur from the trooper with the fur from Solo that they painted as Santa. That one was well done. But yeah, I'm kind of over the ugly sweater motif. That one I feel like's already been done. But the gingerbread, something new. The abominable snowman Wookiee is something new. Maybe the 3PO. I've heard there is a Gal God from Mini Pla Bandai. Yes, that should be out. Didn't we talk about that earlier? Yeah, it should be out sometime this month, probably in the next week or two. Thanksgiving is an excuse to say, I don't, what? I'm gonna leave that one with you, Floof. Turkey and leaves decor doesn't work aesthetically. Who would have thought? I mean, like I said, I'm not putting down Thanksgiving. It's a great holiday because, like I said, it's fun. You get nice time off of work. There's usually football or something on. I enjoy the parade. I think that's fun. But yeah, again, I'm not putting down Thanksgiving. I'm just saying it doesn't have the same spectacle, let's say, that Halloween and Christmas have. It can't really compete. Let's just put it that way. A method for cooking turkey where you break the turkey's spine and compress it so it cooks quicker. What? That sounds crazy. What? What? I can't get over that. Okay. That is weird. Anyway, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, RetroCon was a good time. If you're in the area, I don't know where you guys are located, but if you're ever in Oaks, Pennsylvania, around the last weekend of September, which is usually when it is, come check it out. It's a good time. Lots of good stuff, lots of toys. Like if you're looking for old retro toys, there's a good chance you will find what you are looking for because they have a ton of vendors and there's a ton of stuff, like a ton of stuff. Like you have to kind of walk through it at least twice to really drink everything in because there's just so much to see that you can't possibly see it all on the first time through. Yeah, so it was pretty good. And then I found some great clearance stuff and some other stuff came in the mail. So a lot of good stuff. Probably most of this will just be my haul on Geek Each Week this Friday. So, but yeah, so stuff coming up for the rest of the week. Reviews will continue. This boy will probably be reviewed sooner rather than later because I'm really excited to check him out. I still have a bunch of Transformers. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying my Transformers reviews because I've got most of the Velocitrons still to do. I've got the Wave 2 Deluxes for Legacy. I've still got all those Wreck and Rule sets to do from Amazon. I've got it's probably something else that I'm forgetting. I still have Studio Series stuff. I have like Bumblebee Thundercracker and 86 RC and 86 Second Junkion, Scrap Metal, or Junk Heap, or whatever that guy's name is. I got a lot of Transformers. So definitely. Are you still doing the? Yes, Jay, they're there. They're in the pile. I promise. They are coming. Toku wise, I'm fairly caught up. I think I have like another Gashapon wave of Avataro gears. I have a magazine with an Avataro gear. I have maybe one more set of Ultra Action figures. I've got one or two more of the Unit Reborns. I've got Fortnite figures. I've got those Micro Galaxy Squadron, the Star Wars. Those didn't seem to go over very big, which is kind of why I pulled away from those in favor of other things. But if you guys want to see those, just let me know. I think for those, I still have like the Razor Crest, the Slave One, or sorry, Fire Spray, whatever we're supposed to call that now, Boba Fett's Starship. What else I have? TIE Fighter, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. Most of the first wave I still have of those. I've got a ton of vinyl dolls. I got a lot of stuff. So where do you put all this stuff if you're not selling any of it? It's a great question, Floof. I am running out of basement. Jay, I wish, Jay. You know what I really like? Like you say the Mary Poppins bag, but have you seen what's the new wizard movie? The Fantastic Beasts. He has a suitcase that he like opens and then he like goes down into the suitcase and it's like a whole zoo. Like he first goes down and it's like a workroom and then he just off of that there's all these different rooms and pens for his animals. I want something like that but a toy room. Like I wanted like I go down in the workroom is where I can build like the model kits and everything and then it's just rooms with shelves. But then I would need to do something where like if I pick up the suitcase, everything doesn't fall over because that would not be good. So yeah, hope to see more SMP reviews. Yes, I have so much. I have Soto, I have Shoto, I have Minipla. I want to try to get back to the at least to the Dawn Brothers Minipla because I want to try to stay current with the current show. It's difficult. But I would like to try to, move on the Geet Soto when that gets here, and then get caught up on the Dawn Brothers mini plot, and then eventually get back to the Gal Ranger Super mini plot or Shokugan Modeling Project, whatever it's called now. But yeah, that's the dream. Edward says, I want to see the Razor Crest review. This one's probably not doable because it's so big. I could do the Micro Squadron one. I do have that. So yeah, so I'm probably going to end here because it's been about an hour. Did I get the SDCC 40? That one, yes. The one with just He-Man and Skeletor, I did get that one. I did not get the 4-pack of the TV because that was just too much. I wanted it, I really did, but 150, I couldn't substantiate why it needed to be that expensive. If it was like 100, would have bought it without question. 120, I would have probably given pause, but still bought it. 150 is just too much. So I am going to let you guys go, but thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have an excellent rest of your Tuesday and an excellent rest of your week. So again, real quick, I got sidetracked what I was trying to say. The rest of this week, Friday, 1 p.m., I will be doing live reaction to the Transformers Pulse stream. So definitely join me. I'll tweet out about it, but you can follow me on Twitter at CLong83, the letter C, my last name Long 83, and I'll tweet out there about what's going on. But it's going to be 1 o'clock, starting at 1 o'clock Friday. I think the Transformer panel actually begins at 1:15, but it'll start a little bit early. 1 p.m. on Friday, live reaction to that. When that's over, I jump right over to Josh's stream. We do the Power Rangers one. Then that night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific, we're going to do Geek Each Week, which is a podcast we do every Friday. It's a live stream show. You can watch along very much like this and, interact. We play games. We talk about the news. It's usually a good time. So a lot of good stuff going on Friday. 2 live streams and then a podcast at the end of the day. So you'll be seeing a lot of me on Friday. So definitely, like I said, come check all that out. And I will, Your Old Toys. I like that name. You like my Mission Fleet reviews. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love Mission Fleet, so you'll be seeing more of them. As long as they keep making them, knock on wood, I'll keep doing them. No, I don't know. I don't know what the game is on Friday. I think it's... Ooh, is it my turn? I'll have to ask about that, because if it's my turn, then yes, he'll be guessing Transformers. Are my podcasts on Spotify? Sadly, no. I know we've been looking into that, but they're all on YouTube still. They're YouTube videos because there's a lot of visual aids for the news and for the games. So you can just, if you search Geek Each Week on YouTube, you'll find the channel and all the old episodes are there. So you can check it out. Like I said, there's a pretty significant video component to it because of the news and the games. But yeah, the TV pack is too much. Would have been tempted if Skeletor. Yeah, actually, that would have been neat. They'll probably do a Skeletor one. Just give them time. They'll do one. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining. We do have 3 episodes on Spotify. Is that the old format when it was just me and Rye? I don't know. I'm not in charge of that stuff. There are other people that are better with that than me. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. Have an excellent rest of your Tuesday. Have an excellent rest of your week. And hopefully I'll see you a few times on Friday. So PulseCon should be exciting this weekend. I'm hoping for a lot of good stuff, a lot of good news, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much. Have an excellent night, and I'll see you later. Bye.